Hello guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel once again. So in today's video we're going to be looking at how to simply catch trade multiple spikes and also trade volatility indices with a simple strategy. All right, with a simple strategy you can do all those. And as you can see, I am on crash 1000 index. I have a trade that is currently running and I'm in some good profit, although there is a retracement and the profit has reduced. I'm trading spikes. It gave me up to $116 profit, and it has retraced to about $90 or so, to around $90. All right, with the losses of 3.0. All right, so this particular pair, we saw it yesterday during class with my students, and we actually predicted the sales from around this zone, and the market started selling. So how were we able to figure this out? The thing is, I think I have to remove these drawings so I can make the explanation more understandable. All right, so let me just remove the drawings I have. I have just a few drawings. Let me take them off. Okay, now this is naked chart, and then if we go to the daily time frame, you can see the market has been creating lower highs and lower lows, and this indicates the market is in a bearish trend. So once the market is in a bearish trend on a higher time frame like this, on this same higher time frame, if you want to find an entry, then you should it is best to try to trade in the direction of the trend. But if the market is if you want to take a trade in the opposite direction, like against the direction of the market on a higher time frame, you can do that on a lower time frame. Then ensure that your zones on the higher time frame are correctly marked out to avoid so that you know where to actually take your profit and where to put your stop loss, where to avoid the market in that direction. Okay, so you can see clearly we have lower highs and lower lows. Then the market got to this level. This is a recent lower high, sorry, lower low the market formed. Then it pulled back. We saw this zone. This is a very nice zone here. The market was consolidating here previously, and you also understand that areas where market consolidate, once it gets to such a zone, there's a very high chance of the market reversing. All right, so here it looks like a supply zone. Right, so the market got getting here, we expected the sell from here. And also if we want to bring out the Fibonacci retracement tool, you can see that right here, this is the recent this is the lower high. Then if we put this right here on the recent low, the lower low, you can see it is within the golden zone, the 61.8 and the 50% of the Fibonacci retracement tool. So you can see this is actually an indication. There's a very high chance the market is going to reverse from here. All right, so as of yesterday, the market didn't start selling. We saw this opportunity, and also if you go down to the 4 hourly time frame, you'll be able to spot the a price action pattern that confirms the market was actually going to sell some activities. Because there's something I told my students yesterday. As you can see, the way this particular candlestick is right here, you can see as of 17 hours into yesterday, the market, this daily candlestick was still too small, then when you see that it is still small, this gives you this sends a message. The day has gone up to 17 hours, meaning the candlestick, the market is for should be reasonably long. All right, but it was still very small. So I was telling them, if we go down to a lower time frame, you will notice that the market is actually forming, there is a consolidation on the lower time frame, and perhaps the market is also forming some kind of chart patterns that will that will also confirm the reversal. All right, so if you go down to the 4 hourly time frame, we actually went down to the 4 hourly time frame, and we saw that the market was forming a double top at that time. The market was actually forming a double top, so, and that confirmed our submission that the market was going to sell. All right, so as you can see, the market did not just sell immediately, because we expected the market to actually break a zone and do a retest before we see the sales, or the market must give us another some kind of movement before towards the upside. Then we confirm there is a breakout, then before we take some trades. I can't explain everything immediately because this video doesn't need to be long. All right, so you can see I left this particular chart, this page, for a while because I was busy with other stuff, and I came back to this page this morning to check, and I noticed that the market had already the market bought and closed above this zone. Let's mark out this zone, lest I forget. Let's mark out this zone. This particular zone here is a very strong zone. The market broke and closed above this zone. Sorry, broke but couldn't close above this zone. Instead, what we had was the next, it broke to the zone, came back and still closed below it. The next candlestick bought and still came back to close below it. So on seeing this, it gave me a very strong signal that the market was going to buy. If you remember my breakout strategy, that the market on breaking and closing above a zone, on breaking and closing a zone, we closing above a zone, we expect the next candlestick to close on that same zone. Like if a bullish candlestick closed above this zone on this time frame, we expect the next candlestick to close bearish on this zone and not below it. But unfortunately, since this one closed bearish on this zone, this was a very clear signal that the market will most likely be selling. All right, so if you go down to a much lower time frame, let's say the 1 hourly time frame, you still see structures that also confirm the market was going to sell. All right, so and this is a, you see we have a double top right here. So we have a double top right here. The market formed the double top, and then this is a kind of a retest on the neckline. This is neckline. This is a kind of a retest here. So I made the market somewhere around here. And if we go down to a much lower time frame, like the 15 minutes time frame, you will notice there was a structure the market was forming. And for those of you that understand my continuation strategy, you will see this very clearly. You will see that there is a kind of a movement around here that confirms the market will actually sell this particular movement. All right, and this movement, if you go down to the 5 minutes time frame, you will see it clearly. Market was creating higher highs and higher lows. All right, and then it sold massively. Let's see, let me try to zoom in a bit. Okay, so you can see what happened there. The market sold. So even if you want to go to the 1 minute time frame, let me just show you guys this. If you go to the 1 minute time frame, you will notice why the market continued spiking. You also notice the market structure there. All right, the market structure there. What is there? Let me show you guys something. Let me show you guys something. You see, the market created a higher high here, pulled back, created a higher low at this point. Then this is a higher high. Then it came back and took change. It created a change of character here on the 1 minute time frame. Then pulled back and started selling massively. You can see my entry. It started selling massively. It started selling as massive as it could, so with some very good profit. All right, so it is something that usually happens once in a while in the market. There's no how you will not experience this kind of opportunities at least once in a week, at least 2 times in a week. It depends on how you know you would like to want to go to different pairs, because if you go to different pairs, there's no how you go to different pairs of the boom and crash market that you won't find an opportunity to trade. It's just the patience for you to go through different pairs to find the one that meets the setup, instead of rushing into a trade on a pair you are not too sure, or a setup you are not too sure. All right, so I can easily decide to close my trade around this spot and take my profit, or I can decide to take my trade, my profit even where it is still good enough. All right, I can decide to allow it to still sell, because from my projection the market can sell far as low as, can sell up to this level, at least 185, or it can possibly sell down up to this level too, because the market is bearish. There is no change of character yet. All right, based on this other higher side. All right, so the market can possibly sell, but if we would want to look at that, there is a clear change of character here on the 1 hourly time frame. I want to see a clear change of character on the 4 hourly time frame. If I have a very clear change of character on the 4 hourly time frame, then I would want to hold the trade for a longer time to make more profit. All right, so I also took a trade on this particular pair yesterday, VIX 25 index. Let me see if I can get to it. VIX 25 index, VIX 25. All right, okay. Volatility 25 index. All right, this is the 4 hourly time frame. So I spotted this opportunity yesterday and I made some profit, some very nice profit, although the market tried to play superior. But at least I made some profit and I left later. I made so much profit, the market took some money. I decided to close and leave because I wasn't able to maintain that, hold the patience. All right, so you can see I saw these two highs. Then there's a recent lower high, a higher low the market created, And if you try to pull out the Fibonacci retracement trend, like I will tell you guys, the market is actually bullish. You see, the market was somewhere around here. The market was somewhere around here. All right. So, and the market started create on a lower time frame, like the 1 hourly time frame. I noticed a double bottom where the market created. So the market created the double bottom on the second leg of the on the second bottom. The formation of the second bottom is where I actually entered my buy. All right, I entered the buys there, and the market played well so nicely. I entered somewhere around here after seeing the engulfing candlestick strategy. Yeah, idea. So I took some trades from this point, and it gave me some massive profit up to this point. And started retracing and retracing and retracing. So I closed the profit. I closed the trade somewhere around here. I didn't hold that long again because of the I couldn't hold. You know, sometimes when you notice that you are not able to concentrate or you won't be able to hold it, just close it so that you have some peace of mind than just trying to play smart or strong when you know your mind is not settled. But the way the market was moving wasn't, good enough for me. So I decided to close the trades. All right. But it's only that I was greedy. If I had wanted to take some profit here. I actually wanted the market to get up to this level, but up to this level was some good profit, about $22 or $23 per position with a lot size of 1.0. All right, so I opened so many positions, I would have made so much money, but I actually wanted to hit my target somewhere around here. But you see, the market started retracing and retracing and all of that. All right, so and then you see, finally, it still decided to go up again. Still decided to go up. So it's something you can learn. That is why I used to say sometimes you don't need to really allow the market to get your desired TP. If you can, open multiple positions or increase your lot size, you can just make some good profit halfway, and then you leave the chart. All right, you leave the chart, leave them, and just rest. Maybe look for another opportunity, something like that, guys. All right, so it's as simple as that. Meanwhile, the mentorship program, the registration is still ongoing and will be ending on Sunday, which is 20th of July 2025. All right, the 2 months intensive classes and mentorship that goes with the strategy mastery bootcamp, and there are so many features that will be that will be available in that particular mentorship. So if you are yet to be a partaker, try get to my Telegram channel. There's a link in the description of this video. It's gonna take you to my Telegram channel. From there you can then get more information about it and take action as soon as you can. If you are unable to reach me on Telegram, please send me an email. All right, send me an email. My email address is there on the Telegram channel. Send me an email, then I will respond accordingly. All right, so like this video, share your thoughts in the comment section. All right, and then subscribe to this YouTube channel. I'll see you guys in my next video. Stay blessed. Peace out.